John Griswold here with Griswold Group. Excited to fill you in on what's going on with real estate in San Diego. So we have finally crossed the threshold where all the unknowns are sort of gone. I mean, for all of this year, it was like, who's going to be president? And when are interest rates going to be lower? And how do we pay our agents again? All of these little questions, a lot of that is finally resolved. If you're still trying to figure out how agents are paid, reach out to me. I've done a bunch of video content about that. I'm happy to fill you in, but everything is fine. I'll just leave it at that. In terms of interest rates, we're still having a bunch of fluctuation up and down that's causing changes in how sellers are behaving and buyers are behaving, but at least we know who the president is. It was definitive. We can all move forward with that understanding, and we're gonna move forward as a country and as a city. So along those lines, there is a lot of fluctuation right now in the bond market. Some of that has to do with, as the new president's filling out his cabinet, the different cabinet positions that they're picking is having effect on the bond market, believe it or not. And so this is very common, depending on who's going to be Treasury Secretary, depending on all these different things, factors into the way that markets are responding. So there's a lot of volatility right now that will settle down once all of this is complete over the next several weeks. At the end of the day, markets don't like uncertainty. So once we know what it is, everything will settle down. So for those of you who are still in the market as buyers, stay engaged, because for the next several weeks, there is a ton of sellers out there that are maybe not getting their price, maybe wondering where their offers are. And if they don't get their price, they're likely going to pull their home off the market and try again in the spring. So if your dream home is out there and it's just not at the price that you're looking for, now would be the time to shoot your shot, because you don't really have much to lose. And there's a chance that if your offer is clean enough, that a seller would prefer to get the deal done and close this year than to hope to net more in the spring. So that would be my advice to you. For sellers, if you are needing to put your home on the market now, you need to move quick and you need to price it right. Otherwise, my advice, wait till the spring when demand increases and you have a little bit more flexibility. The way to win over the next 6 weeks is to price it aggressively so that you get multiple parties looking at your property at the same time. If you come on too high and buyers realize you're the only person at the table, you're gonna get hit with some lowball offers and you're not gonna like what your net is. So you're better off pricing a little bit lower and hoping to get multiple interested parties who are bidding up your property to hopefully a great price, versus coming on at maybe a more aspirational price and then watching the market not respond very well, because frankly, there's not as many buyers in the market right now, especially with interest rates just north of 7%. There continues to be that psychological barrier when interest rates are above 7. Demand really falls off. When they get below 7, demand starts to increase. It really starts to increase if we can have interest rates below 6.5% for duration. So even for the 2 weeks where we were almost to 6% on the dot, maybe even dipping into the low 5s, we saw a huge increase in mortgage refinances, in new loans originating. The market really heated up, not just in San Diego, but across the country. So hopefully that is where we're headed in the future. I think that's what the real estate industry would like to see. I think that's what buyers and sellers would like to see. And so hopefully jobs and inflation can remain in check so that we can continue to move towards cheaper money, which is going to help out everybody. So I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you on the next one.